And good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Mr. Kazarian, and welcome to another episode of Minecraft. Turns out I didn't run over last episode, and I apologize for the derpiness of it. But let's pick up where we left off. As you can see, I completely forgot to clear my inventory, which I will hurriedly take care of now. That's trash. Resort, please. Thank you. Oops. Let's turn that off. Okay, so what are we doing now? We are making that energetic infuser from the last episode. So let's grab some tin. Let's grab some more iron. And let's find some glass to make sand with. So, sand, glass, things. Okay. So this is one of the issues that we'll run into, is that we're kind of at the weird point of the game right now where we don't have... Oops, bad guys, bad guys. Ooh, Ender Mini, I can't hit you. Ow, ow, ow. No Ender Pearl? Really? That's the whole reason I attacked him, was to find and get an Ender Pearl. Oh, as you guys can see too, we have the new house that I'm building up there. Yeah, that's going to be good if I ever end up actually moving into it. At this rate, I'll end up just living in a 9x9. I kid. It'll be 11x11. So, we need to find some sand. Should be a pond right over here. So yes, we're at the point of the game where I'm not quite yet advanced enough where I could just walk over to one of my 18 macerators or pulverizers, drop some cobble in it, and get some sand out the other end. So we're actually going to have to run around a bit and actually collect stuff. And unfortunately, I don't yet have... Do I want to do underwater or just swim over? I'll just swim over there and mine out there. And unfortunately, we don't really have the power system set up yet to actually be able to take care of that. So for right now, we get to actually, you know, do things kind of the old-fashioned way. So yes, alright. This is actually recorded the same day as the last episode for you guys who are curious about such things. I know some of you guys have trouble figuring out when I actually am recording these. Right now, it is actually Christmas Eve, so Merry Christmas from the past for all of you guys. Hopefully, by the time you see this, it will not be Christmas Eve, because, well, that means that I've seriously gotten myself into a bit of a time conundrum. Yeah, okay. So, generally I tend to record fairly far in advance for those of you guys who are actually not familiar with my series and how they work. So anything you say in a comment may not be answered or responded to for about a week, because it'll take that long until I next sit down to record an episode and I can actually, you know, get you an answer. Hopefully I will have seen it in the comments and replied to you, but I can't always guarantee that. I try to see all of my comments, and honestly I only get like 1 or 2 comments in a week. But it's, you know, it goes into a different bin in my email than the rest of my emails do. So I don't necessarily see, oh, hey, someone posted a comment on one of my videos. The YouTube app for smartphones for content creators is not the most well-programmed utility on the Android marketplace, that's for certain. That should be enough sand for right now. Alright, so let's run back towards the house. And, of course, I forgot to set a waypoint for the house, which means I'm going to have to find the house. Which I should be able to see on my map. Maybe. Somewhere. Possibly. Oh, gosh. It's up here somewhere, I think. I need to... I really don't like the way Journey Map rotates with you. Like, it rotates for your direction of look instead of staying locked. I wish it... There's probably a setting to set it to just stay locked, but I haven't found it yet. So, up there it is, okay. You'd think this giant construction... Ooh, that's a ravine right there. Or a cave. You'd think this giant construction that I'm building would be, you know, a little bit easier to spot from a distance, but not yet, not yet. Especially because I decided to live in a forest biome, which is probably not one of my best ideas. I tend to like open spaces rather than having to chop down a million trees to actually be able to build anything. So let's run over here. Would have been faster just to go the other way, but that is neither here nor there. So let's run down. Ow. Okay, good. Back inside. Nice and safe inside. I know, I spent half of my series either inside or underground. Alright, so let's just chuck some of this in there. And I think I have a sand barrel over here as well. I can just chuck that into... That goes there, that goes there. We have a relatively clean inventory. Yes, we do. Oh yeah, there we go. You can see the real life time over there, December 24th at 9 p.m. Pops up every hour on the hour for me. Probably a good thing, otherwise it would probably be 2 a.m. by the time I realize how long I've been playing for. Quite clear glass. Furnace only. Yeah, it takes 3 sand to get 1 quite clear glass. Or wait, did that say... Oh, 3 sand to get 3. Oh, okay. All smelting. I hope that's Ore Dictionary with glass. I really hope that's Forge Ore Dicts with glass. Alright, so if we open this up... Oh, gosh. I didn't grab the tin again. How did I... No, I did grab the tin. Okay. That was me getting confused there for a minute. So we have a tin gear. Center. And then we have glass and iron. Okay. So let's surround it with some iron. And we get ourselves a basic machine frame. Okay, now we need 2 transmission coils. Okay. We need a reception coil. The reception coil is simply an electric ingot along with redstone on either side. Gets us the conductance coil. And then I need some reception coils, which I believe are transmission coils, which are silver. So we'll get 1, 2, 3. Those guys are still running quite happily. So if we come over here, let's just check that recipe. I need 2. Okay. So let's move these guys over here. This is actually a trick I learned from another YouTuber, where if you keep your inventory relatively clean, you can do this. Let's put that there. I think we need 2 copper gears. So let's do that. And then we just need a leadstone energy cell, which means we need some more glass. So let's come back over here. How did I get the... Okay, fine. I don't care anymore. It's working in weird ways. I don't care. So, if we should double check our recipe, because this is just the unit, okay? So we just need 4 glass and 4 lead. So let's go back over to here. We'll pull out 4 more lead. And let's get ourselves to crafting. So, we need a block of redstone. Block of redstone. 4 glass and 4 lead. Leadstone energy cell frame. So we go like this, like this, like this, like this. We put this in, and this in, and this in. What did I mess up here? Oh, it's not a conductance coil, it's a reception coil. Okay, well that was silly. I don't know why I thought it was a... Did that recipe change? I swear I think that recipe changed. So we need a reception coil instead, which is simply gold and redstone rather than iron and redstone. Or rather than electrum and redstone. So that there, this here, we get ourselves a reception coil. Let's run back over to here, put this guy into place, and we get ourselves a basic energetic infuser. Okay, now what does this thing do? This thing actually allows us to charge those tools we made. So if I chuck this in there, you can see it's actually filling up with RF. Okay. Augmentation, that's cool. Redstone control disabled. It's taking in RF. You guys can see this thing's draining RF quite rapidly, actually. And it's charging that guy up. Nice. Not nice that we're draining these guys out, though we have a lot of RF storage because these guys are all full behind. So, let's get working on the rest of this. Alright, the next thing we need is we need a guard, okay? And I believe the guard that we're going to use for the sword is actually going to be... I believe it's the wide guard pattern. And if not, I will probably end up not happy with myself because I made a major error. Let's put that there, and we get a paper wide guard. And we just need a tool rod now. And I think... it's just a ×1 modifier. We'll do an iron tool rod, I'm thinking. So we'll put this in there. We have cobalt in there right now, but that's not going to be a huge deal. So let's just chuck some iron in. I didn't need to do that. We'll throw some iron in and let that melt down. We'll turn that into the tool rod for our new sword. Nice. This guy should be done. It is. So we can now chuck our flux capacitor in there. So that guy's going to charge up as well. And that'll give us RF. Okay? And I'm also going to add flux capacity to my alumine shovel. Simply because, you know, it's pretty useful to have. Incredibly useful to have, in fact. So, what's going on over here? Oh, we're down to just aluminum now. Nice. Let's take that out. We have more sulfur somehow. We're going to throw that in there and let that process. As you guys can see, we have quite a few materials. Okay, tin, silver, iron. We can drop most of this stuff off now. Actually, can I melt ferrous? I can melt Invar, can't I? I almost want to see if that would be better for a tool rod. So I'll pour both, why not? And of course my game does a bit of a slowdown. So while that's happening, let me show you some other cool things you could do. The first one is I'm going to get out some lapis. I'm actually going to get out quite a bit of lapis. And I'm going to convert a bunch of it into blocks. And some more. And some more. And let's throw some more on there. And a little more. And just a little bit more. And another for good measure. And another for good measure. There we go. So now what we're going to do is we're going to throw this on. So this gives us lapis. I kind of want to see if I could shift-click this. No, not efficiently. Okay. So if you guys excuse me, I'm going to do this a bunch of times. And what this does is, you guys can see, each block of lapis counts for 9 pieces of lapis. So all we're doing is we're applying more and more lapis to this thing. And what that's going to actually do is all the lapis that we're applying is giving this pick fortune. Yes, fortune, as in if I had the enchantment fortune. Now, as you guys can see, it takes a monumentally large amount of lapis to actually do this. But it's going to be worth it in the end. Trust me. And it's honestly not that much lapis. Especially compared to the fact that we now have a weapon with an item with Fortune 3 that is never going to break. You guys can see, now that we've reached the top, we cannot apply any more fortune to it. So we're going to down convert the rest of our lapis, chuck it into here, and how much redstone do I have? Actually, not a lot. I guess I thought I had more redstone. Huh, okay. I really don't. I thought I did. I really thought I had more redstone than this. Okay. Anyways, redstone, if you apply it, will give you speed. Alright, so let's see. Let's go iron. Pour it. And then let's look at Invar. I can't pour it like that. Okay. So iron it is then for the sword. Tool station. So let's go with that. So the broadsword is a defensive weapon. It has the same blocking ability as the normal sword. And we'll call it the purple blade, because apparently Manilium is purple. There we go. And we'll pull it out like that. Okay. Prepared to fight. Awesome. So you can see it has Control Shift. Attack damage is 4.3 hearts of damage, which is pretty good. Now let's take some of that stuff that we dragged out of the nether. Where is it? Ah, nether quartz. Nether quartz, when added to a weapon, gives it sharpness. Okay. So let's actually do this. Or can I convert blocks of quartz back down? No, I can't. Can I use them to turn into this thing? Yes. Okay, good. Alright, there we go. We'll do it over here. And I apologize. Oh, crap. And, of course, I do it to the wrong tool. That is not what I wanted to do. I wanted to put redstone on that. Whoops. Well, that's why we'll be using it the whole time. Now, as you can see, our attack damage is increasing as we're putting more and more materials on. And off camera, I may end up redoing that sword if I have the time. Now, there's kind of a law of redoing that pick if I have the time. There's kind of a law of diminishing returns with this. So the more lapis I'm putting on it, or the more quartz I'm putting on it, sort of the less materials I'm getting. Now, if you notice, I can keep putting it on. It's just going to use up another modifier. And it's going to continue adding more and more and more damage to this thing. Which I appreciate. So we've used up all of that. We have this broken sword we can get rid of. Let's see if it's nighttime out. I actually really hope it's nighttime out. Nighttime? Is it? Ooh. Nice, okay. Notice the amount of damage I just did. Notice the amount of damage. So what I'm going to be doing probably off camera is... Ooh, hello, enemy. Guess what? 1-hit kill. 2-hit kill. Nice. What I'm probably going to end up doing off camera for you guys is actually remaking that pick that I just messed up and oops. Yeah, because it has no reason to have sharpness on it. That was a derp on my part, and I apologize. So, I will come back in a few minutes. I will remake that pick and just take a quick break for myself. So, see you in a couple seconds. Alright guys, so what I've decided to do is I'm going to keep the pick because I realized that I had so much lapis on it, it would take me a while to recover from that. We need to get some new stuff. Namely, we need to start with RotaryCraft, which means getting HSLA steel, which means getting a blast furnace. So let's look that up. Blast furnace from RotaryCraft is just some stone bricks around some redstone. Redstone, really? Okay. Alright, Rika. I vaguely remember that, but I'm also somewhat confused by it, because honestly it seems far too nice. You guys will understand that in a few minutes. RotaryCraft is one of those games, is one of those mods, where you really start to become convinced that the mod author just hates you. There is no excuse other than the fact that Rika wants you to be miserable. In fact, that's not entirely accurate. Rika, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... No. That's acceptable. Rika doesn't want you to be miserable. Rika wants you to work for it. So, don't expect everything to be easy, expect everything to be complicated, And the first step in that is to make ourselves a blast furnace. Now we're gonna stick the blast furnace over here, actually. Kind of in the flourish. What I want in the floor, I kind of want it back a little bit. And you guys will see why in a couple seconds. So put that there, we'll put that there, we'll put this there, we'll put that there. Okay, good. And we'll open that up. Okay. So, the first thing I'm going to do, the very first thing, is we're going to get ourselves some oak wood, like that, turn it into planks, and we're going to get a chest, and we're going to turn said chest into a hopper. And I actually think I have a second chest laying around in one of these boxes somewhere. It's not a pattern I'm used to looking for anymore, because now it's the Christmas pattern. There it is. Alright, let's put that down. We'll get ourselves a pair of hoppers. Awesome. And we'll get ourselves a block to put in the way. So we'll put a block there. We're going to put a hopper... Open that up. We're going to put a hopper right there. Alright? Good. Now, this is where things get a little bit weird. So, let us break... I had a wrench around here somewhere, didn't I? Probably hanging on the wall? No. Ah, there it goes. Yeta wrench. Okay, great. So let's take our Yeta wrench, let's take this, and let's get some lava. Lava? Yeah, lava. We need lava. And lots of lava. Well, not really lots of lava, because this machine won't actually consume any of our lava. But it will need it in the environment. So, RotaryCraft and its sister mods, ReactorCraft, ElectroCraft, Geostrata, which I do not have installed, and a couple other of those mods, require you to actually use environmental effects. So in other words, you have to do things in the environment that change the world, that allow you, that change how your machines operate. In this instance, that means collecting items, throwing them on the ground, throwing lava on the ground to heat your machines to a certain temperature to actually let you do work with them. Alright, let's clean this up just a little bit. Okay, there we go. This is quite the deep lava lake. I may actually have to throw a real pump down here at some point. And almost done here. Yoink. Okay, we're done. Let's go running back upstairs. We can actually get this started. But also, this is good, because I need to refill my smeltery as well. Okay, so we have our blast furnace. We have our hardened portable tank with lava in it. And now, without much ado, let's get this thing put down. So, I need to remember what the heating effects are. And I don't remember off the top of my head, but I remember them as not being too extreme. So, like steam engines, you have to be a little careful with this thing, because it will explode if given the opportunity. So let's put it down. Let's put, first of all, some lava behind it. And we'll let it heat up. Okay. The next thing we're going to do is get ourselves another chest. Another chest. Another chest. So let's go here. And another chest it is. And we'll just put it down right in front there. Okay, good. So now we just need to get ourselves a bit more lava. 2 and 3. Awesome. And that's going to heat up. Now, we're going to fill this thing with iron. Okay? And then we're going to put some gunpowder. some sand, and some coal in here. And sand. And when it gets hot enough, it should start running. Now, if you want more detail and data on this, you can go find your RotaryCraft handbook. Open it up. I believe it's in processing. That's power transfer production. There we go. Blast, main way to make steel. Carbon, gunpowder, and sand. Okay? Heat to 600, start the process. Will operate more efficiently with coke and more slots full of iron. The coal is not fuel. An external heat source. Use also to make bedrock ingots. Yay! Okay, so if we go back over to here, we can look at the blast furnace. We can look at the HSLA steel. And this is going to take a while to heat up. Sand, coal, gunpowder. Awesome. So, sand, coal, gunpowder. Awesome. Now that's going to heat up. Hopefully it won't heat up too much. I'll have to kind of regulate the heating levels over time there. But what we can also do is get some more gunpowder out, because I know I'm running critically low on gunpowder now. Let's just throw some of that in there. I do not think the gunpowder is always used up, however, so I don't have to worry about that as much. Let's get that back out. Sort. We have some quarried stone, some marble. We do have some extra iron laying about as well, so we can open this guy up and maybe throw this in there. And that should get us a decent amount of HSLA steel. So all this is now going to take is some time and just letting this guy heat up to full power. Now, we could also, if we wanted to do huge batches, we could throw a hopper on top, but I decided not to, and this seems more convenient. So, with that out of the way, seems like a pretty good place. We are not yet going to get started on producing any RotaryCraft machines. I don't think we are quite advanced enough for that yet. But we have at least gotten things lined up so that when we want to start producing things with RotaryCraft, we can get started doing so. Nice. Why don't we get rid of this little shard of netherrack here, and we will put our RotaryCraft handbook neatly away where it belongs. And let's see how hot this thing has gotten. Alright, so we're almost up to... Are you sealing out on me? I don't think so. I think it's just flickering. Hopefully this will get up to 500 without too many issues. Hopefully. I think it will if I remember correctly from other things I was doing. It should get up to about 500. But we'll see. Anyways, guys, this has been Mr. Kassarian. I want to thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, please give me a like, comment, and or subscription. And yeah, alright, so I will see you guys next episode. As always, happy mining. Oh yeah, and Merry Christmas from the past, but it's actually Christmas.